Oh, the one lucha match, Dad. Rubbish. Welcome back to an episode of the Wrestling Around podcast, where this week we are returning to WCW. We're carrying on the storyline of the NWO. We're doing WCW Road Wild 1997. But before we get into that, joining me, as always, is a world-class wrestling journalist, Aaron. Aaron, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm tired, but I've got I've got a coffee. I've also treated myself. You know, I can see done well today. Got lots of chores in the house done. I've treated myself to some quality street. So,
yeah. Unexpected.
Yeah.
Are they back in shops? I know it's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, I walked into Co-op last night, and you could get a bag for £3.50. I was like, that's a bargain, isn't it? Only 2 green triangles in the bag though, so I'm not happy. I'm going to be writing a formal complaint to, is it Nestle?
Yeah, I think you should. I think they should just do them even. If they've got like 20 different types or whatever, there's 60 sweets in there, 3 of each.
Yeah.
No, why don't all this? They decide which is the best ones, and they keep. You know what I mean?
You can keep your toffee pennies, and you can keep the long toffee ones. Not about them. They're the worst ones.
I'm all about the big purple one.
That's a good one.
Mm.
My favourite ones are the caramel barrel. That one.
Yeah.
And then obviously the green triangle. So that is god tier.
Green triangle is the best one.
As I said, actually, yes, I was your favourite, isn't it, the green triangle?
Yeah, but I always end up with the strawberry ones because no one else wants them.
I don't mind the strawberry ones.
I don't mind them, but the rosy strawberry version is better than the quality one.
The strawberry one for me always leaves a weird taste in the mouth. You have to have another one after the strawberry one to get that strawberry taste out your mouth.
Another strawberry one, yeah.
You can't end on the strawberry one. Do you know what I mean? Go off something else after it.
Yeah.
So, even if it's just is it the blue one? It's just a bar of chocolate.
Green one. Blue one's the coconut.
Green coconut. Right. I know there is Cool. Right. Lew, you're here as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty tired, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, have you been staying up all night and treating yourself?
No, we've been to Riga, haven't we? So I'm pretty happy.
February 2020.
Yeah.
What's up with you? What's up with you today?
Pretty tired. What do you mean?
Why are you in this mood?
Oh, mood. We used to have a good time doing a wrestling podcast doing that.
Yeah, I thought it was.
That's what I'm
You've turned up like this.
No, I'm pretty tired. Just one of those nights where you know we used to sleep, but there's no reason. I was knackered. Went to bed at like 10:30. Got head on a pillow, and immediately I was just like, "Oh yeah, I gotta sleep tonight." You've come to bed too early. This is a mistake. 2 a.m. for you, boy. So that's what happened.
My mistake.
I do understand Lou's tiredness. I mean, I got married in 2018 and went on a honeymoon. Still tired.
Pretty tired. I mean, you got back like a month ago in your ass.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh
my god!
You're gonna upset somebody, Lou, right? If you carry on, and then they'll never come back on. Terry Peters isn't here because he has been on holiday and has come home.
Being on a city break.
Yes, it's like a day or something. Yeah. 2 days, 3 days. I don't know. No excuse. But I tell you who is here. Bob Roode.
Hello. Bob Roode, yeah.
Bob, why do you always... I've introduced you, so then why do you have to then say your name every week? Who else is it going to be, Bob? Do you know what I mean? You've got quite a distinctive voice.
Oh, yes, I do. I have a distinctive voice, but Bob Roode needs 2 introductions. Glorious! Tell you what, Russ, I'm pretty tired.
Like, why?
It's been a holiday.
Because you was on Victory Road 2012 or something.
Yes. And in a long time in TNA. Pretty tired.
What's happened to Wrestling Around?
It's better than it's ever been. The 4 of us. Bob Roode, Ross, Aaron, Lew. What a great time with the lads.
Oh, Bob, I wish you'd stay around for the full episode, please, Bob.
Sure thing.
That's all. Since you got, rudely booed off last time you chat to us. Right, this week we returned to WCW 1997 Road Wild. I wasn't here I genuinely was on holiday, not come back from holiday for. It was a Bash at the Beach, last one, 97. So we've had a year of the NWO. They're still running wild. I'm going to say it now before I forget. The NWO and the West in so happens to wrestling. Because...
Can you kick him out?
What's that? I thought it might have been a shit take alarm after what Rocky said. But no, it is indeed. Seltzer time. We're back on it.
Hear me out. 1995 WCW was incredible.
Classic, yep.
And then 2 years later, and it's boring. Give me Hogan killing the Giant any day, please. Give me Hogan figuring out the rules.
Monster truck.
Well, he killed something bigger in this show.
Yeah, WCW.
Lex Luger's career. Yeah, or WCW.
WCW, because the NWO came in and they're all fucking lazy. But at least 1995 WCW was fun to watch.
This was fun to watch.
Yeah. Was it fun?
Yeah, we'll get to it, but this provides one of. If I think you actually know I'm going to say the greatest WCW, greatest wrestling moment of all time. But we'll get on to when it happens.
I hope it involves man and Aaron's favourite wrestler. I hope it's somebody getting to bear down.
No one can bear down. That's the problem.
It's better than that.
Right then. So, should we just jump into it? Should we do it? But I maintain 95 better than NWO. So that was, when Hulk Hogan joined NWO is when WCW.
Yeah, I feel like it was 95 was better now, because you can look back on it, and laugh about it. But at the time, that's what you were watching. That was legitimately. I don't think you would have done.
I think I would love any point in time. I would love Hogan stopping his face off to find out what the rules are.
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
Acting, the acting that Hulk Hogan does when he thinks he's killed the Giant, the man was distraught.
Yeah, but I'm sure now if they announced fucking Roman Reigns versus Omos in a monster truck match, I don't think you'd be up for it.
He won't wait because...
And then fucking Jey Uso comes out with pants halfway through. I don't think you'd actually be up for that.
No, but how much would you pop if Sami Zayn ran out with a frying pan?
Yeah, I would. I'd pop for anything that Sami Zayn does. Yeah. So it just turns up these days. And
the difference there, though, is Omos isn't as good as Hulk Hogan or the Giant, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, but that's what we didn't know, that the Giant was good. That's what I'm saying.
No, but we know Omos is bad.
No, do we? only know what we've seen so far. We don't know 20 years in the future.
So I just give me that all day over this boring. So do you know what? It was when Scott Norton started getting TV time.
Wow.
Scott Norton ruined WCW.
So disrespectful to Japanese wrestling.
I don't care about them. What they do, sit there quietly. That's all our fans do. Christ. Speaking of people who sat there quietly, this was at the Sturgis motorcycle rally in Sturgis, South Dakota. Apparently 6,500 people there. So you've only said 300,000 people come through for the motorcycle rally.
Yeah. I don't know why they kept doing that. They kept going, 300,000 people come. It's about 5,000 watching this. And then they kept panning, they kept showing the crowd and then panning out. They show fuck all people around.
Yeah, they kept saying 20,000 people at the venue, and there was no one there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just kept zooming out, and it was just nothing. And it was the worst helicopter pilot of all time.
Yeah. Dave Meltzer gives WWE a hard time all the time for misannouncing attendance amounts, and WCW have done about 10 times worse here.
Yeah. And the crowd absolutely sucked. All the way
apart from one guy, but I'll tell you when we get to that match.
So we've got on commentary, obviously.
Well, hang on a minute. Don't we normally a little bit about the venue?
I didn't think you'd be able to find anything.
We do. I can tell you what you can get from Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. COVID-19, right? So in 2020, there was 9,371 cases and 144 deaths due to the contraction of COVID-19 at Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, despite participants being told to wear masks. They did not. 61% of US counties had then been visited by a Sturgis attendee. How are we going? There was a big thing about. I can't find it basically. This the Sturgis 2020 rally resulted in 267,000 cases of COVID, and it resulted in 12.2 billion in healthcare costs, which was it's America, so that was just the price to pay one guy to treat one guy.
That was the guy who went to hospital.
Yeah, but there we go. So yeah,
confirmed up.
2021. 7,000 people turned up, but there's no stats because they stopped testing at that point. But anyway, that was Sturgis. Probably get like a hot dog as well. So like someone grilling.
Confirm what we all thought. Thick as fuck. Right. So
Fozzie headline more than that, Ross. Just so you know.
Well, yeah, of course they did. Right, commentators: Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, Dusty Rhodes. They retire.
Can we please appreciate Tony Schiavone's fake tattoo?
It's the second best tattoo related part of the show, and the second best attire. Let's wait till the main event before we decide what the best.
I think, the
best dress was.
The greatest moment in the rest of history, right there.
I don't know why they make him do this. This is worse than the togas that they wore at WrestleMania.
Yeah, because it's serious, and at least the togas, you knew it was like they're having a laugh.
I can't imagine them kicking about like this.
A Dusty, I could.
Yeah,
just so that's in his element. I can't imagine him on a bike.
Heenan did not. Right, so first match is Harlem Heat against the NWO, or Vicious and Delicious, or Buff Bagwell and Scott Norton, with Vincent. Harlem Heat came out with Jacqueline. Right.
She turned up halfway through, didn't she?
Did she turn up halfway through?
Yeah.
Before she walked out with them.
Nah, she was just like, I'm spotting you guys now.
Yeah, right. Can one of you please tell me who the heel was in this match, please?
NWO.
Was it the NWO?
Well,
the WCW just got to do everything to get the win, haven't they? It's what they kept saying on commentary all night. It's the story of the feud.
Does this sound? To be fair, this crowd,
yeah, I did no, but
may not have known who the heels were, and had a way of going about deciding who the heel was. Ross.
Well, I don't think.
But they were a lot better. They were a lot better this year.
Yeah,
than last year.
That is true. I don't think Harlem Heat acted like faces though.
Yeah, just do it on, don't they?
Yeah, they got a best route for the win. It's not about heels and face anymore. It's about the goddamn existence of WCW in some matches.
It goes on for 10 minutes. What did we think of this match?
I think the important question to ask about this match, how many women did Vincent sleep with after the match?
So if we're going to do the math, 281? That's where the other 14,000 people were. They were waiting for Vincent to finish this match so he could carry on. I've got some stuff to say about Vincent, especially at the end.
I don't think there's even 281 women in the crowd, to be fair.
No, not a lot of women, was there? Has Vincent ever done anything productive?
Yeah. Impregnated 1 million women.
Look, your face shot there. What have you got to say? Obviously, Vincent's biggest fan.
He's to the Benny.
What's he done?
He goes that meme.
Being lonely. So his most productive thing was the fact that he's not productive and no one likes him.
Yeah. You got over to a point in WWF.
Yeah, he's a good bodyguard.
But then they realised they weren't very good.
He got over like Zack Ryder got over. No one cared.
No, people did care about Zack Ryder at one point.
Yeah, not that much.
Yeah, I did.
No one's clamouring for Zack Ryder back. Apart from Tay Peters because he claims he watches him does.
Yeah. But that's because he's just doing so well that he doesn't need to come back. But no, I think he got over to a point, didn't he? But then they realised that he couldn't wrestle. So he just died there. You know, he's got over to a point. He's done some stuff, done some things.
So at the end of this match, then Booker T hits. He doesn't even hit his finisher, does he? He just hits a kick, lands on top of. I can't remember who it was. Scott Norton, I think, and then Jackie holds his foot. Don't stop him kicking out. Don't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Moving his shoulder. Holds his foot under the ropes, which is a rope break, but obviously it's WCW and the referee's in Poland.
Yeah. You just get so shocked, don't you? By anything that happened.
To win. It was just weird. And I don't know. I expect a lot better from Harlem Heat. I love Harlem Heat. And is it the crowd? Was the fact maybe it was daylight? I don't like watching wrestling in the day.
A lot of things. I think what I realised is, and it goes back to the whole premise of the show, really, that it's just a fucking stupid idea, isn't it?
Because no one cares.
Yeah, everyone's just there having a laugh. I understand having a WCW show at Sturgis or somewhere. It's like having like NXT at Download or whatever, isn't it? But you wouldn't do NXT Takeover Download Festival, would you? It's the same deal here, right? Just
You certainly wouldn't do it for 4 years.
Yeah, I know Bischoff just likes his bikes, and he wants to go down. I imagine doing like, even if he did an episode of Nitro would be better. Just feels like a weird place to have a pay-per-view. Yeah. It looks different, doesn't it? So it's always good to see.
They must have been making money from it though, to go back 4 years in a row.
Yeah, they must have got, because they didn't get any ticket sales, did they?
It's already there, aren't they? They just roll up.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The bike's kind of got annoying. That was the whole point of them being there, to be honest. But
imagine being sat next to somebody who's just revving his bike all the time. I mean, that's what they're into, aren't they, the weirdos? But
yeah, it's good for them.
It just reminds me. Have you all seen that South Park episode with the bikers, where they're just like sat in like a cafe and they've like got all the tables and like on the bikes, but they're all sat there going. That's just what I imagine it's all like.
But I have seen the Disney film Wild Hogs, so
that's a good film. That
it's the same as that.
Is that actual?
Did you go see that in cinema?
I think I might have. I watched it again not long ago.
Is it a cartoon?
No, it's like old guys. Tim Allen.
Is it Ron Perlman?
No, that's Sons of Anarchy.
That's the real one, isn't it?
Very different film. It's Tim Allen and the lads.
Wild Hogs is a lot more violent.
Yeah.
I'll never get it. I don't. But it's just right then. Lou, you have to get star ratings up.
Oh, bloody hell, dude.
Well, Bob can't do it.
What?
I asked Bob to do it. He's giving me a real quizzical look.
No, I'm going to do the star ratings. Let me just load them up there without moving my hands.
I'm so disappointed.
2 stars and 1 quarter.
I'm so disappointed when Bob Roode comes back to TV and does a promo.
I'm not going to be on TV for a long time.
This is ridiculous. What are the real star ratings and what are the Franklin star ratings?
This was not good. This is not a good match. Scott Norton was horrendous.
Yes, thank you.
Booker T was good. That was about it. So 1 star. 1 star for this opening match. Not a good match.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Lou, nodding your head, do you agree?
Yeah, I'm more with the Franklin ratings and the Meltzer ratings there.
Match number 2 then. Believe it or not, this was supposed to be a Mexican death match. Everyone's favourite wrestler, Conan, against Rey Mysterio. WCW famous for having mad lucha stuff, great undercard. This was the only lucha match. There was a cruiserweight title match later on, but it wasn't lucha, was it? And they wrestled it to Conan. Conan, right, is a man of many talents, and one of his talents apparently is making Rey Mysterio matches boring. Can someone explain to me
bit of a strawberry? Right. This is like the third pay-per-view in a row now where they've called something like a death match or something, and there's been nothing remotely deathly.
The only thing that was different, and you don't even know if this was because it was a death match or it was because of the incompetence of WCW referees. They didn't break after a 5 count. That was the only thing in the full match.
Carlin kept trying to rip the mask off.
Yeah. Which would have been a disqualification in Mexico. Thank you, Mike.
But then he knocked him the fuck out at the end and just left him.
He sat in the corner.
They got his mask right off then if he wanted to. Ridiculous. It was, you know what we're saying about like a crowd didn't really care, did they?
No.
Or, they weren't really into it. Do your flippy lucha shit. Yes. I always think like when we go to the, like indie shows and that, and there's always like the bar staff. Because you're in a nightclub and they always look really confused. What the fuck's going on? Why are all these like sweaty guys in black t-shirts watching 2 men wrestle? But then someone just like someone mad like a big lucha thing and like fucking hell, whoa, because never seen it before. Like, what the hell's this? And they start paying attention. That's what you should have done here.
It's why
I don't understand why you like normal wrestling is it's if you expect a normal wrestling, that's fine. But if you really want to hook in the casual audiences. Just do something mad. WWE did this last year when he did that show at the Music Festival, SmackDown, whatever it was. Just had a regular tag team match, didn't they? They should have got someone like Rey Mysterio out to do his flippy stuff. Do something spectacular where, I haven't seen that before. That looks good. Yeah. Especially with that big platform. They had like multiple chances to do it the way it was set up and that. They could have done anything, but yeah, very odd.
Put Conan in the match.
Yeah. I get it. It's the old NWO thing, but again, like no one cared. Like this show should be something. It shouldn't be a big storyline.
Yeah, but they've done big NWO things before and had Psychosis against Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they got caught and they got to do something with him, I think, aren't they? But I guess people seem to like him. People seem to like him. I
just don't understand.
Who was that luchador fellow who was there for like a month? What was his name? Blitzkrieg. Bring him back.
Yeah.
How's he?
I don't know. Aaron, have you got anything to say about this match?
I don't know what match you two watched.
Did you like it?
It's all right, yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, it was all right. It just wasn't what it should have been.
I don't remember it was better than that.
I do think you could have taken this match off the card and just put in Spooky Dudes because I was missing Glacier.
No Mortis or anything, was there? Yeah. That's a big feud at the minute.
Yeah.
Imagine though, fucking Glacier. It's what's out in front of all these bikers.
I think they loved it personally. Who don't love some Spooky Dudes?
I hope they're on next year. Imagine it was still. I said before, 95. Imagine if the Dungeon of Doom came out.
Why did they only start in 96? Just ridiculous.
Well, Hogan told us to take the vitamins and say the prayers. Right, I guess we go back to Bob then for the star ratings.
Oh yes, 3 stars.
3 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it that much. I'm bang in the middle, 2.5 stars.
Yeah, I guess. It just was
right.
A bit bland for me. A bit bland. I just Rey Mysterio is an absolute legend in it, but it's hilarious to see how these WCW guys treat them at the start. Remember when he was having the matches with Ultimo Dragon where he just got, because he's like 19 or whatever at the time, they just have absolutely zero respect for Rey Mysterio. Don't let him do anything. We're going to do my match. And now look at him. Who stood the test of time? Old Ray himself. Right then, moving on. The best match on the card. Tag team elimination. The 4 Horsemen, represented by Steve McMichael and Chris Benoit, against Jeff Jarrett and Dean Malenko with Debra. What a great match.
Yeah, well, at Mongo.
Twists and turns.
And it was proof in the pudding that no one can bear down with Mongo.
It's true. Before you get upset about Mongo, can we all agree that Jeff Jarrett looks absolutely ridiculous, especially in this setting? Coming out with his tassels.
They're just so out. Jeff Jarrett just doesn't work, and they on like every level. Unfortunately, nice fella apparently, but every time you just like, you don't quite have it. But he just crawls up the card. Pace.
We're really a couple of years away from his guitar antics, slap nuts.
As I say, it's not that far off his world champion.
Yeah. No tassels though.
He goes back to
coincidentally, we're also not far off WCW just dying a kind of awful, painful death.
Because of Scott Norton.
Weird that, isn't it? I think Scott Norton needs to do it.
Scott Norton walked, so Jeff Jarrett could run. This match, so it's been a feud for a while. That Jarrett was sort of he was definitely in the Horseman, but none of them recognize him as a Horseman.
It's been going on for like 7 years at this point.
Dean Malenko, future Horseman.
Yeah.
Not been. I don't think from what the commentary, he's not been there that long at this point.
Personality.
Yeah.
The most boring man in professional wrestling. He's even got less personality than Lance Storm.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to show your personality, isn't it, when Mongo's just trying to bear down with everyone.
Yeah, that's very true.
what are you supposed to do when Mongo wants to bear down with you? Because you just can't. You can't.
You just got to take the beating.
Yeah. And they did. Well, we'll go to the first elimination. Jeff Jarrett.
Did they just... What was this?
Elimination match.
Elimination tag match with the Horseman.
Right. Just explain this. Try and explain this finish.
So the first elimination is Jarrett got tagged in. He had a little to and fro, and Mongo realised he couldn't bear down. Thought, I've got to get out of there as quick as possible. So pinned himself with Mongo, and then left with his title. And then Dean Malenko, maybe he's boring, but he's a technical wrestler. Couldn't handle Mongo. Got tombstoned.
Fucking hell.
2-0.
Yeah. We're lucky it's on like Dean Malenko's last match. Right? They never could kill him. Mongo spike. Why would you like? No, I'm sorry. Right. I know I said Mongo's going for a hard time now. Don't want to, have a go at the guy, but also I'm going to have a go at the guy. Why would you give one of the sloppiest fucking wrestlers on the History Planet? Right? Forget the fact that you put him in the Horseman, right? In itself is ridiculous, right? How pissed off did Ben Wild look when he was walking down? I'm like angry at this. Just what am I doing? But right, so he's a green wrestler. Not very good, a bit sloppy. Why would you give him a fucking spike pile driver? As a finisher.
I don't think they did. I think Bischoff said, your finish is going to be a clothesline. And then Mongo asked him to bear down and said, I'm going to do a tombstone.
I mean, even like years on, Chris Benoit realised I can't bear down with Mongo.
I hope you've time-stamped it, though.
No, just okay. No one listens. Sure.
I don't know what your problem with Mongo is.
Very good.
He's the best part of this era of WCW.
He is the biggest signing in WCW history.
And he's feuding with Jeff Jarrett. Also not very good. Jeff Jarrett forces Mongo to pin him, but Mongo's trying to get off.
Do you know my favourite bit about that finish is? Jeff Jarrett kicked out. They were both nearly stood up when it actually went to 3.
It looks so shit. Because I read the result before, and it was like, Jarrett doesn't move and, drags Mongo on top of him. I thought it'd be like a killer move or something, but no. It just looked like a weird mess of struggle. The crowd had no idea. Again, right, what I'm saying? Like, you're putting this in front of a non-wrestling crowd.
Yeah, people know who Mongo is. They know who Mongo is.
If they know Mongo is, then why treat him like a fucking chump? He just accidentally eliminated a guy. He didn't want to eliminate.
No.
He was the guy was trying to hold him down. I don't know, all like, oh, wrestling's fake. Like, well, yeah, obviously, because he's this shit. Rubbish.
It's not ended, though, is it?
Well, it should have ended at this point. What was the point? And like, was Dean Malenko that? I mean, it was 2-on-1, but it was a tag match, right?
Yeah, it wasn't it? Texas Global than
that. But no one cared about Dean Malenko anyway, did they? Have he won or lost?
Yeah, no, but it's nice to see the big stars on the biggest stage.
Who was the big star in this?
Mongo.
Look, you're talking crazy. Salsa's come to your head.
It was terrible.
Jarrett went out. Mongo could have eliminated him at any point if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Why did Jarrett just get carried out?
Well, they're going to build to a big match, aren't they? Because Jeff Jarrett stole Deborah. So
we've had that match like 6 times already there.
No.
They've been feuding since like at least February at this point, right? It's been a long time.
No, because there was like talk of semi-feuding, weren't they? There was together.
Yeah.
There was all the stuff for the briefcase, weren't they, in that?
What? No.
Should we go to Bob since you're speechless? Star ratings, please, Bob.
-5 star. No, only joking. Meltzer was on drugs, clearly. 2 1/4.
Oh, he's wrong though, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, he's wrong.
Yeah.
Positive rating.
4 stars.
Yes, the best one, the best match of the night. 4 stars.
No, second best match in my opinion. We'll get there.
I don't know what your problem is. It was only 9 minutes. All these matches were really short, considering they all felt like there was half an hour long. No match went above 16 minutes.
This match felt like forever, but because it's been going on for months now. There's no end in sight.
I think you could have put another 20 minutes on this match.
God.
You could have had like just different people coming in and just getting tombstoned by Mongo. Like a lumberjack match.
Well, injure half the roster.
Yeah.
It's Dean Malenko on this card.
If they can't learn to take bumps and learn how to bear down with Mongo, they don't deserve to be on the roster.
Lou.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Jeff Jarrett versus Dean Malenko in the next one, so this feud with Mongo.
Is Mongo in the next one?
Yeah, Mongo's in the fucking main event, of course.
What's the main event? What's the next main event?
It's War Games. It's Four Horsemen versus the NWR. So they're suddenly faces again. No, they're not on the next. Oh, then for some reason in the next pay-per-view, Steve Michael has a match with Alex Wright. That went well. I think Jarrett's gone back to WWE at this point. That's why.
Yeah, it's not long, is it?
That's fucking great, that, isn't it? So we're going straight out a Mongo feud with Jeff fucking Jarrett that goes absolutely nowhere. One match with Dean Malenko, then he goes into at least a 2-match. I'm not even going any further than this because it's already making me worried for the rest of the year. At least a 2-match feud with Alex fucking Wright. So you know,
Alex Wright dances. What's your problem with him?
So what we can take away from this is that Jeff Jarrett really knew that he couldn't bear down with Mongo, and as a result, quit WCW.
Yes. He got out of there. It's funny how he goes back when Mongo's no longer there.
Yeah, probably some of the fans as well, but no, it's just.
Well, actually, Mongo leaves and anything goes down.
That was
during the idea.
Mongo stayed with we're watching WCW now. We're watching this on the WCW network.
Yeah, we'll all be getting excited about Starcade. I think he's worth at least one run with a title.
Oh yeah,
what title? TV title.
The world title.
Title.
No, he's gone too far already on this Mongo thing. It's too far. This match was several steps too far.
He's a Horseman.
Didn't even leave anywhere. This is a low point for the Horseman.
No,
This is a
Paul
high point.
Rubber.
High point, really. Think about it.
Horsemen are world renowned for being great workers.
Exactly. So what the fuck is Mongo doing in there? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I've had enough.
We'll move on from
Yeah,
this.
no, I'm off. I'm off.
Is that he's gone?
Genuinely, just
Oh God. Is he gone? He must have gone for a salsa.
well, moral of the story here, listeners. Lew obviously can't bear down with Mongo.
I could fucking bear down with Mongo. I reckon if I fought Mongo, I could take him.
Yeah, now maybe.
Not Mongo. I'd still put money on Mongo.
Nah, ridiculous.
Well, I think I know a place where Scoop L and Mongo are both on the active roster.
I will sue. Not like the creative direction that my character is going in.
Coming to wrestle out soon, I hope.
Yeah,
Mongo
to do a
Lou
stream.
in a steel cage.
I
So look at run away from bearing down.
I think when I finally recovered from all the holidays that I've had, because I went on holiday in 1997, probably around the same time as this pay-per-view. Still quite tired, so when I've caught up from my sleep, I might do a stream.
What flavor white seltzer have you got?
It's lime.
Chili out of it.
Just natural lime. It doesn't say natural on the rest of them, so I can only assume that the rest is synthetic.
Oh, there we go. Right, moving on. WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Alex Wright against Chris Jericho. Tenay's back. And again, this was 13 minutes, so the longest match so far, and it felt like the longest match so far.
Oh, get out. Match of the night, this.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
This is a great match.
I thought it was all right. I just think this whole pay-per-view is meh.
I really enjoyed this match. It's the one match where I didn't find myself looking at my phone every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I just watched it like from start to finish.
I don't know much about Alex Wright. I know, obviously, Bischoff loved him. He's a German fellow, wasn't he?
German, but his real name's Alex, right? Shouldn't sound very German.
I always find it strange when you get these sort of ones that don't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But
his dad was Steve Wright.
Right. I don't know who Steve Wright is. That was a joke.
No, he's the legitimately Steve Wright.
Who's Steve Wright?
Is any relation to John Wright, who owns John Wright's Lodge?
Lou's gonna quit. He's had enough.
I've broken him. Genuinely broken him tonight.
This is going to be released in like 20 years as the forgotten episode.
I need a holiday.
No, you can't have a holiday.
Do you, Lew? Because it takes a while to get over an holiday.
So,
might need a few months off afterwards.
I'm going to go for a weekend away and just take a year off.
You can't have a holiday.
Anyway.
You promised people on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. Anyways, his dad is Steve Wright from Steve Wright in the Afternoon.
Not Lambo Epic.
Yeah, Lambo Epic.
No.
Done.
It's gone again. Oh, God.
Well, anyway, back to this match. Best part of this match, probably the best moment of the night, is when Mike Tenay announces one of Chris Jericho's moves off the top ropes, like a moonsault or something on it. And Tony Schiavone corrects him, and Dusty Rhodes goes, "Yeah, I was about to tell you that, Mike Tenay." so Dusty's now the cruiserweight expert. It's brilliant.
Why would you bring in a cruiserweight expert if you're just going to get stuff wrong? I just don't understand the point in Mike Tenay. Just in general.
He's not just cruiserweight, though. In the international guy.
What does that mean? What does that?
It means
is he here because it's a cruiserweight match, or is he here because Alex Wright is German?
He's there because none of the normal three commentators actually give a crap.
Yeah. But why would they? Alex Wright was like disco dancing. Instead of being like, imagine if like it was now, call him like, look at this goof. These guys are taking it really serious. Then he goes, well, it helps him compete when he disco dances. So it's like, I can't explain why, but it does.
Oh, there was a line.
Did Alex Wright ever team up with Disco Inferno?
I don't know.
No, I feel like it was the worst. I don't think so.
No, that'd have been a great
Was
tactic.
Alex Wright in 3 count? No, one was he?
No.
No, that was a they're all cruiserweights. Well, he's a cruiserweight. Yeah,
It's a cruiserweight.
It's not a cruiserweight.
They're all cruisers, but WCW cruiserweight champion Alex Wright isn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like a cruiserweight. Yeah, they're really pushing it down. So it was already 225.
Yeah.
They dropped £5 to get into it, apparently. So
It was the German middleweight or something we'll call them, wasn't it?
It's like that time where Trent Seven went for the cruiserweight championship. Oh no, they did tag together in '96.
Yeah,
oh no, they had a match together in '96. My God.
Yeah, there was a line, I think it was by Mike Tenay. He mentioned his neon pants and his dancing.
Yeah, but they took it really seriously.
He's like, you can't be losing to a man. Oh no, it was about the crowd.
They tagged together against Goldberg in 2000. Oh, they were called. They're you got to guess what the team name was.
Oh, I don't know.
It's the sort of thing that the Regal would call them.
not along the lines I was thinking of then.
No, I can't imagine we're allowed to say what I think Regal would call them.
You scrumptious little. No, they were called the Dancing Fools. That was the tag team.
But the Dancing Fools.
They also reunited. Once is the Boogie Nights, but Nights with a K. That's fair enough, right? And then once is the Dancing Idiots.
Yeah. No, it was Mike Tenay said, the crowd, they don't normally see somebody in bright green pants disco dancing.
Oh, they won the titles. They won the World Tag Team Championships together.
As Dancing Idiots.
There's Summit. Oh, there's the Boogie Nights. But then Disco Inferno got injured and it was replaced with General Erection.
And you're telling me
who was then replaced with,
didn't go downhill after 1995.
Who was then replaced with Elix Skipper. So that's what happened.
This match, 13 minutes long, and Wright wins it with a roll up. Well, Jericho rolls him up, then Wright reverses the roll up, holds the tights, gets the win. 13 minutes, he retains. Aaron's favourite match.
Yep.
Was it Meltzer's?
I accidentally closed the page.
I get the stuff.
It was Meltzer's match of the night. 3 stars.
He's wrong.
Yes.
4.5 stars.
I wondered where you was going with that.
4.5 stars. What is this rating system? What is this rating system?
Well, you just got to call it as you watch it, and the show up to that point, up to bearing down was terrible, and then this kind of just took the show to the next level, didn't it?
Yeah, it's the Mongo factor. It was in a good mood from the match before.
Yeah,
viewed this one there. Well, you didn't forget about the Mongo coefficient, did you?
Oh, God, I'm done. I'm done.
Right, moving on. The next match, Six versus Ric Flair. This match, what Ric Flair was treated awfully in WCW, and I won't hear anything else. Why is Ric Flair? He's not in his prime, but he's same age as Hogan.
Yeah.
Why is Ric Flair mid card? I don't understand.
He's been in the main event, and he goes back into the main event in a short while, I believe.
Oh, but he's better than Wrestling 6. He's better than nearly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's better than Wrestling 6, and 6 having the majority of the match until the end.
Well, it just come back from shoulder surgery. We hadn't seen him in a few months, have we? A few pay-per-views. Just come back from shoulder surgery, so got to ease him back in.
What? Okay. I just think 6 had far too much in this match.
6 is the worst.
But they were trying to
The
push.
worst,
They were
yeah.
trying to push 6 at this point, weren't
Yeah, but he leaves not long after this.
they? Yeah,
Don't
it's
he?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I think he's actually fired, isn't he, for his alcohol abuse?
Is it
Right,
99 he
remember-
goes, or 98?
98, that.
No,
It's 98 because it's after WrestleMania 14, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
Michaels loses.
Sure he gets fired because of alcohol abuse. Obviously, Triple H, Shawn Michaels will just pulled some strings and got him hired in.
Yeah.
He was seen as a coup, though, wasn't he? Wasn't he seen as like a big one of the.
Well,
big
I think he was
ones
the
going
first
away?
one. The first one that moved across the other way, wasn't
No, that was Mirror. Matt
he?
Mirror.
I think the mirror as in like Russo.
Matt Mirror, wasn't it?
All right, the first one that people like slightly cared about. He moved the other way.
Sable the 10 of the WCW.
I don't think she did.
Ric Flair, dirtiest player in the game, wins it with his feet on the ropes.
He does.
After, I don't know why more people don't do this. The Bronco Buster, kick him in the balls. Why
It's
is
good
that?
reversal, that it.
Yeah, why do more people do that?
No.
6 is running in, Bronco Buster. You don't have to do a lot here. Just hand out directly in front of you. Or
That's a DQ, isn't it?
knee up
DQ.
in the nuts.
Yeah, but Ric Flair hardly ever gets caught. He's master, isn't he?
Or if someone was Bronco, right? So you don't want to be DQ'd. Just
Cheeky bite. Cheeky bite is what he's saying.
just go to town on him while I was doing it.
Apple bobbing.
Just put your head down and just essentially let them in the balls. But you're not doing anything. You haven't moved. Yeah. So I don't know why there's not more of a thing.
No, not with ball to hand. I don't know why. It's like, ball. You know what I mean? This is intent.
Yeah.
I think you got to take it. Weird move, I always thought it's a weird move.
Because
You should put. No, you're right. You're putting your nuts at risk, are you? Like legit fighting.
it doesn't look like it hurts though. The stink face. I get that.
No, it depends who's doing that because it's a lot of thrust, isn't it?
I guess it's just unpleasant.
Yeah, it's like the full. You get a pelvis.
I wouldn't want Shawn Michaels' crotch being thrusted.
That's what I mean.
Thrusted in my face.
I suppose if the lighter you are, the more you can. Like Rey Mysterio gets a bit higher, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you wouldn't want to take a Bronco Buster from Rikishi, would you?
No, it's true.
No.
We should do that.
I don't think Rikishi could do a Bronco Buster. Imagine.
That's what I mean. Like, so you need to be able to bounce there.
Yeah, but then it loses all. You've got no weight behind you. There's not a lot of point in doing it.
To be fair, I think it's a credible finishing move. Probably more credible than the Superman punch.
I mean, it's a signature move. That's not a finishing move. Yeah.
Sami Zayn's Superman punch is hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Oh, when he cocked his wrist. Right, Ric Flair. Then, what's Meltzer saying about Ric Flair? What's Charlie one of his favourites? Struggling to beat.
1 1/4 worst match so far.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it was the worst match so far. It's not worse than the opener.
No.
That was a whole stammer.
Yeah. Well, he's wrong, isn't he? I don't know what he's been watching and what he's been taking whilst he's been watching. I'm gonna go 2 stars.
2 stars. I just think Ric Flair deserves better.
What would you do with him?
I don't know. Surely there was room for him near the top of the card.
Well, he's in the main event. The next pay per view rest. That helps.
Yeah, I don't know.
That helps. Can't be
I think maybe not even the fact that he was in the match with 6. It was the way the match was booked. I just think 6 was all over him all the way through. Ric Flair had flurries, but
Yeah, but then you think you look at people like Rey Mysterio now who are putting over younger talent. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, he was 48, which at the time was pretty old.
How old's Hogan though? Hogan's at the top.
Yeah, well, he's not as old as Ric Flair.
Can't be that much in there.
He's
Yeah,
about-
Hogan's a big
It's about
name.
10 years younger.
Right,
he's about-
so Ric
Hogan
Flair.
can't have been 38 at this at this point in time.
Right, Hogan is now 69. Nice. This was 25 years ago, right?
Hmm.
44. Yeah.
4 years younger.
Yeah. So it's never reached like Bobby Lashley age yet. So
Yeah.
which is mad when you look at him in it. But, yeah.
Do you think Bobby Lashley will still be wrestling at the age Ric Flair is?
No, because he'll have enough money to retire.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Will he still look as good? Will he still be, do you think he'll still be jacked?
Oh, I know.
Bobby
If I'm in
guy,
like 73, I mean, like 48, you could still get to 48, I reckon. You know, I think I like.
no, I
What
just,
was he Bobby Lashley's last match?
No, I think he did. I think he did.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
that's what I meant.
yeah,
Like
no,
75-year-old Lashley.
no, but I reckon he could go to like 50 and still look as he is.
Who out the current roster?
How old's Goldberg? He's like nearly 60, eh?
Who out the
58,
current?
isn't
Yeah.
Right, who out the current WWE roster do we think will be the one who never goes away and always tries to hang on?
Goldberg. Does he
Is he
count?
on the
Reigns.
current? No, he don't count.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, he'll be in Hollywood in a couple of years.
He can't act.
I think
The Miz. The Miz will
Come on,
never
yeah.
let go.
Ziggler as well, isn't it?
I was going to say Ziggler.
Yeah.
Rey
I don't know.
Mysterio.
Who's getting on a bit? Rey Mysterio's going. Apparently, he's just going to go to the wheel. He don't want like a last match, does he? Rey Mysterio just
So it's the
wants to just keep going until it stops. Yeah.
You do 619 at the age of 80.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
I
48. He can still go. He's got those, like, didn't he have
yeah.
that like stem cell therapy, whatever it was?
Mm.
It's changed his life, hadn't it? Because at the end of his last run, like 2014, he was looking a bit ropey, wasn't
Yeah,
That's
then
why he
left,
left,
he
isn't
got,
he? Just slowed down a bit, yeah. But
I mean, he got jacked, didn't he, when he left?
yeah,
Mm.
just come back and the prime his
I'm
life.
trying to think of somebody who I think. Kofi Kingston, I think.
Yeah,
He's still going, yeah.
And there's certain Gilstop.
Strowman.
he's in his 40s, isn't he? Go for it.
He's been going for years as well.
He must be, yeah. Well, he's had what? He's in the top 10 of wrestlers with the most matches.
Yes,
Right?
he is. Listen to last week's show, Lord Ted Tybal.
Yeah, great name. Kofi Kingston's 41. Just look like another 10 years at least. Eh?
R-Truth, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been going on a long time. Shelton Benjamin's living, hasn't he? He's pretty old now.
Yeah.
He must be pushed on 50.
What about Brock Lesnar?
Oh,
Maybe
R-Truth is 50.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
R-Truth has been going since the Attitude Era. It was K Quick, wasn't
Yeah. Shelton Benjamin's 47.
he? Mm.
Yeah, he's the same age as Brock, isn't he? Sean.
But yeah,
So isn't he same-
well, they went to school together, didn't they?
The room
Not
together,
school,
didn't
like
they?
college or whatever it was, yeah.
One of the roommates.
Brock Lesnar is
Yeah.
45, a bit younger.
Oh.
2 years
Maybe in
younger.
like 25 years' time, we'll just, like where we have Goldberg just coming back now. We'll just have Brock Lesnar coming back, just F5 and someone leaving.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think people think he does that now.
Getting that Saudi money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, having said that, I am looking forward to Lashley, Lesnar. If it's done well. Right, next match then. We've got Kurt Hennig against Diamond Dallas Page. These were partners at Bash at the Beach, I believe, right?
Yep.
I'm assuming there was a schmoz.
They got screwed. DDP got screwed.
Screwed by Kurt Hennig. Now there's a match.
It's just scumbag.
Yeah. Kurt Hennig made his big debut. WCW. It's like, how you hit me? And I walked off. That's basically what happened.
He joins the NWO soon, doesn't he? He's in the NWO.
Eventually. Probably joins at the same time.
I was
At the
going to
same
say about
time.
any WCW wrestler.
Oh, at the same time, Dusty did.
Right. So this match includes the best fan moment of the night.
Go on then.
Kurt Hennig's coming walking down to the ring, and it cuts to this biker guy in the audience. You know, he's just a normal biker guy. He just shouts out, "Kurt Hennig, you pussy!" And then the camera stares at him, so he starts smiling.
You thought that had been edited out, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well,
There's some questionable camera work.
Like Bischoff at this point was just concentrating that much on being a wrestler, wasn't he? Or on screen.
Bischoff wasn't paying any attention. Vince McMahon is sat in Gorilla, Michael Myers. Bischoff at this point is probably, I imagine, on a bike somewhere.
Yeah.
With trying to get as many women around him as possible. He's probably absolutely levered.
At the time of his life.
So, this match, it went 9 minutes. Kurt Hennig won with a perfect plex, or can you call it that? I don't think you can. Suplex.
Hennig plex.
Hennig plex. He wins. This match just didn't click. I don't know. There was a few ref bumps, wasn't there? There was one point where DDP was just laid on top of the referee for like far too long. And then when he got up, he put his hand on his head. So he just pushed the referee's face into the ground. There's absolutely no need for him to do it. It just seemed to be another miss. This is one that you look at the card and you think, what's going to be a decent match? This is probably one of the ones you would pick. There's one later on which I thought was a disappointment as well, but I'm not shocked anymore. And it just was all right, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the comments were when Kurt Hennig was coming out, I think it was Dusty was saying, he's in the shape of his life. Yeah, but he can't wrestle for shit. Might be in good shape, but he can't fucking wrestle.
I don't think this is the Mr. Perfect of old, is it? I don't think.
No, I mean,
he'd been out a while. I don't know.
Been out a year. He'd left after Survivor Series '96,
and it showed. I think.
Yeah, but I think he'd been injured a bit before then as well.
Yeah, I think his whole career was just filled with injuries on it. I mean, I think he only wrestled a few matches for WCW because he was injured all the time. I mean, I'm still watching, thinking, why have they not pulled the plug on DDP's main event run by now?
Why are they having him lose? He was DDP against NWO, wasn't it?
He's walking down to the ring, and the commentary team are talking about how well respected this guy is and how the fans love it. Why have you not pulled the trigger on this guy?
Yeah, they should have made him an even bigger star than he was. I think if they'd have done it at the right time.
Yeah, maybe he wouldn't have got a shitty stalker storyline in WWE.
Yeah, they could have even had him. They could have had him lose to Hogan, but as long as they do it right, it wouldn't have mattered, would it?
Yeah.
But I feel like this is like it's the problem AEW have now, innit? I think they've signed Kurt Hennig at this point because they could.
Don't know what to do with him.
And they don't know what to do with him. And now they've kind of, again, like AEW do, they've put him over one of their young stars.
Yeah.
Oh, I say young,
homegrown talent.
Yeah, homegrown talent. And it's the exact mistakes that AEW are making now, isn't it? Like, there's no need for Kurt Hennig, really.
Yeah. No, there isn't. Not in this role.
No offense to the guy, but it's a rubbish storyline, isn't it? To bring him in as. Yeah.
And it didn't even pay off for a good match. If it had been a decent match, maybe you'd have thought, all right, well, it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, so he joined the next pay-per-view is in the Horseman.
Right.
Is who replaces inexplicably doesn't replace Mongo.
No, he replaces Jeff Jarrett, doesn't he?
He's already out, isn't he?
He's never. Well, they say he's never in.
Oh, they say he's never in.
Anderson. Does he replace Anderson?
Because he retires, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's Benoit, Mongo, Flair, and Hennig.
And then someone becomes like coach, doesn't he? For the Horseman.
Yeah, so that's your four horsemen at that point. But why would you not just? I mean, I guess they didn't know that Anderson was going to retire at this point. But surely you just bring him in as a mystery partner for the four horsemen or a mystery member of the four horsemen would be much more impactful than him debuting as DDP's partner, falling out over something inconspicuous and having a shit match.
Yeah,
which is what they chose to do. Instead, we didn't choose the shit match, but that's just how it panned out.
WCW are awful at bringing people in, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you didn't see that episode, did you? But even his debut was ridiculous because they didn't have him come out to his own music. Like DDP's music played, he came out on stage, and then Hennig just walked out, and like, oh, is that Kurt Hennig? Yeah, all right, nice one. Guess he's his partner. It was really weird.
Yeah. Well, they did it with Bret Hart comes soon.
There was no Hennig logo. Do you know what I mean? Like,
whoa. Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah,
you gotta say, like, it's good. It's Tony Khan. He knows how to get a pop first time around, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. They gives him a mic and no script.
Yeah.
Right, Bob. What is
Hello.
the star rating for this?
Oh, I'm still here.
Keeping you on your toes, Bob.
Well, Meltzer absolutely fucking hated it. He gave it 3/4 of a star.
No, that's harsh. 1.5.
Does it get a lot better from here? Oh.
That's what I rated. I imagine for the main event of WCW. I think that's about right. 1.5. It just didn't click, did it?
No,
absolutely didn't click. We then get Mean Gene. Is this where the one? Have I missed where Mean Gene gets the tattoo?
I'll just say it's now.
No, yeah, just say it's now.
Isn't it? Mean Gene gets a tattoo.
Oh my god!
Was that real? It didn't look like a stick on there, did it?
But it definitely wasn't a fresh tattoo.
Yeah.
It had faded.
Yeah, a while. He'd been there for 10 days.
Wait, what are you doing, Gene?
All people love getting tattoos, then. You know, David Dimmover got one.
Did he?
Yeah.
An anchor as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was. It was someone on his back. He got to when he was like 80. Yeah.
He was just there, plugging the hotline, and he just whips his top
Yeah.
on the tower. Get your mustache.
But why did they have to put like Mean Gene in biker gear as well? Like that didn't. Don't.
Because it's got a tattoo. Mean Gene's changed his life.
That's why he's looking at Gene. What are you doing? No,
you're not going next year, mate.
Yeah. Mean. That's his wife calls me. His wife calls it mean.
That's mean. Last name Gene.
Yeah. Mrs. Gene.
He's now an honorary member of the Hells Angels.
Yeah, I'd love that if he actually got gang sign. And he could have had his own feud, can he? Imagine that, like fucking Hells Angels. Every time he tried to interview, like a biker just chases him off. That'd be
what a big cheer, like
yeah. What a gimmick that'd be. Disciples of Apocalypse were in WCW. Great.
I would have paid good money to see somebody throw like a chain at Mean Gene, you know, like ties around his legs and then rides off on a bike. And Mean Gene went, "Stop that! Stop that!"
Yeah, he's just indignant about the whole thing. Like, what do you think you're doing? I was getting kidnapped by a biker gang. I love it.
That would have been. You could have used the Harris brothers for that, surely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. For the interesting thing about Harris brothers is
I don't think they're really doing anything at this point.
I think one of them's got his own tattoo, I think.
Oh, well, am I doing this out? Yeah, they got some nasty tattoos, haven't they?
He's got SS on his leg or something. One of the Harrises.
Yeah.
Fall Brawl commercial. So we should have known it was War Games. I'm actually looking forward to that just because War Games is different. I think that might actually be quite exciting.
Yeah.
We didn't get NWO.
Don't get your hopes up.
I don't know how it's going to end though, because I imagine everybody in there would just leave because none of them can bear down.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm saying I just don't get your hopes up for that bit if you're looking forward to the War Games match.
NWO promo then Bischoff. Basically, the reason why this is in Sturgis, this is just Bischoff having a good time.
Yeah. There's no business sense to it. I think it even says it in his book, like he just did it.
He liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and his mates liked Harley Davidson's.
Yeah. Did you know that's why it was called Road Wild and not Hog Wild? Because they got sued by Harley Davidson.
Yeah, after the first one, wasn't
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it means Harley Owners Group.
Is that why they call it a hog?
I think it was the other way around. I think it was just called Hogs and then they made Harley Owners Group, but then Harley Davidson were like,
everyone else.
will you not do that, please? So they changed the name to Road Wild the year after. I don't know how Disney got away with Wild Hogs. Both in the name and the fact that they just made that movie. Had to get away with it.
A lot of money Disney, haven't they?
Tim Allen's a biker. Ridiculous.
Next match then, Randy Savage with Elizabeth against the Giant. So Randy Savage is with the NWO. The Giant is not. I'm pretty sure we've already done this match the other way around.
I didn't notice this match happened, Russ. I don't know what's happened. I must have just momentarily lapsed in concentration, but I was looking down the card and I forgot that this match happened.
So it was essentially a 6-minute Giant squash.
Yeah. Oh, Giant, I see what he did there.
No, I didn't mean to do a pun there. I would have said a savage squash if it was a.
Yeah.
Basically, the Giant squashed Savage.
Yeah.
That was it. One with a choke slam.
But I'm gonna go to the title while you guys talk about it because I forgot this match happened. Bob's still here, so.
I'm going to ask him what's happened next.
There was a match.
To be fair, I thought this match was over in the first 20 seconds.
I think that would have been more impressive.
Very close, wasn't it? Yeah, should have done it that way.
Instead of drawing it out for 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It's had the same outcome, didn't it? Would have made Giant look like an absolute beast again.
But then he's not got long left, has he?
He don't go across till like 99.
Oh, I thought it was 98.
I'm sure it's 99.
All right, I'm going to have to find out.
I'm just looking now.
You saw the Valentine's Massacre, isn't it?
1999. Early 1999, so I've got about a year and a half of them.
Oh, God. Well, later than you think that, isn't it? A lot later.
Yeah, debuted at St. Valentine's Day Massacre, so is that February?
Yeah. Where he won the match of Stone Cold and then threw him through the West. We're slagging off WCW for debuts, but Paul White, or Big Nasty Paul White, whatever it was called at the start, Big Show Paul White, ruined the match of St. Valentine's Day Massacre, threw him through the cell, and then got disqualified in the match to become a special guest referee against Mankind. That's got to be one of the worst debuts of all time. So, does the Giant have another main event? That's what it looks like to me. They're trying to just make him, I don't know, be a bit of a beast to take on Hogan again.
I can't remember because you have Sting. You've got obviously Starrcade with Sting. You've still got another match with Roddy Piper to come in the main event. I'm sure Ric Flair goes into the main event with Hogan again at some point. I can't recall Giant going back into the main event anytime soon, but that might just be my timeline all over the place.
Yeah, well, then Bret Hart's there, and then
Bret Hart. Yeah, but Bret Hart don't really get a main event run because he's fucking shit.
But Goldberg's not that far off, though, is it?
Debuts in '98, don't he?
But I can't remember. My WCW WWE timeline is all over the place. I can't remember when's the match in the Georgia Dome.
98, really?
98. So he's not that far off than Goldberg, is he? So what does?
No, he debuts in 98 and wins the title in 98. It's a really tiny timeline. But yeah, he has a match with the Giant as well where he suplexes him, apparently, to the jackhammer on him. In October 98. He didn't leave until February 8th for us, 1999.
Well, that's what we're just saying. He was there another year, and then he had the worst debut of all time.
Yeah.
First couple of months. What did Big Dave give this then?
Oh, caught me off guard. 1 star.
Yeah, he didn't like squashes though, does he?
Oh, he does not.
I would give this 2 stars. I'd have maybe given it more if they'd have just done the squash in the first 10 seconds, like it looked like it was going to happen.
Yeah, but that's I completely agree.
I just think amazing. They've just drawn it out for no reason other than to give it the same outcome. No, like just make him look like an absolute beast. Because who else is 7 foot? No one.
Well, that's what apparently Vince always used to say, didn't he? Like, I'd book him properly. I mean, he didn't. But that's apparently why.
His booking properly mean make him tear every 2 weeks.
Yeah, and he lost like a month after joining him. But yeah, apparently that's what he kept saying to him. Like, I'd like book you like a proper Giant.
He didn't have a bad career, though, did he? Big Show.
No, but he should have been a lot more than he was.
Yeah.
I think that was partly to do with him, though, wasn't it? If this Big Show had the same mentality as late Big Show now, when he got himself into shape,
yeah,
maybe you would have seen somebody.
Yeah, I think he was quite injury prone as well, which didn't help.
And he got massive, didn't he? And he was lazy. And
I suppose he was world champ, and he was like, he was only like 23 in that match, wasn't he?
Yeah.
when he first became champ.
He's injured now, and Tony Khan wants to bring him back for a little bit of a run, but he can't because he's injured.
He said, didn't he say on Stone Cold's podcast where he just fell into this thing with the NWO and he didn't know what they were doing, but basically they were just having him all over. Like they all beat him, and then they said, "Oh, join the NWO," so you can't. Basically, so he couldn't beat them back, and he didn't know about wrestling business today, so he just did it.
Yeah, and he said he was earning a lot less than all of the main event stars, so that's why he left in the end.
Yeah. But my favourite Big Show story, giant story, is when he was the world champion. Someone said you have to wear it at all times.
Hulk Hogan.
He just walking through the airport with his belt.
His sting on it was like, "You look like an idiot."
Oh, because I can just imagine it happening. Also, while I read about Big Show, I will watch every episode of AW if Tony Khan brings back the Big Show show.
Yeah, it was classic. What else call now? The Paul White show is good with it.
Yeah, but I was stuck with the same.
Oh, what
But that
about
is ultimately let's like talk about weird butterfly effects.
even better? You could bring back a game show with Paul White. It could be called Paul White's Price is Right.
So just basically the Price is Right
With Paul White.
Paul White.
Genuinely thought you were going to say Paul White's The Big Show.
I thought you were going to say Paul White on the night. I was going with that. Walks out with a little clipboard.
It's like higher or lower, higher than me. Or...
I would watch though. I would watch.
100%. Sounds awful, but yeah.
Yeah, I would watch anything with the Big Show.
If anyone can do it, Paul White can do it.
It's an absolute travesty that more wasn't made from the Big Show, Rikishi, Mick Foley, and Mark Henry all singing on a cruise ship on the Big Show. The best bit of TV I've ever seen.
Well, what are they going to do? They were going to do some sort of travel. The next thing was like a travel show on this, with him and like Mark Henry.
Yeah,
that's money.
I don't know why they didn't do it. Probably Netflix pulled the funding, but that was going to be it was like Big Show and Mark Henry who were going to travel.
Whoever decided against that. Ridiculous. Yeah. Netflix have got some ridiculous shows as well.
You seen a new one that Anthony from Queer Eye's on?
No.
It's called the Easy Bake Challenge, where they've got to bake easy stuff.
Is that because he doesn't know how to cook?
Yeah, of course Anthony's doing it.
That kid's redecorated the full loft or whatever they live in. But he's like, so have you ever made a Caesar salad?
Yeah, no, that's complicated for him. No, cheese sandwich on it before.
He gets the salad out, and then he gets the Caesar dressing. Yeah. And then he's always real smug when they have that stupid party at the end, and someone's eating the Caesar salad. He's like looking at all the others like, "Yeah, hey, this is because of me." This.
It was that fucking guy in his 50s where he just like you said, "Hey, the peach salad," and he just slices a peach.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still Bobby is quite talented, but he's really annoying now.
Yeah.
Up against it. That's your Queer Eye discussion for this week.
Queer Eye in a row? We can't forget.
Come on. Yeah, we'll do it.
The next match then is one again I was looking forward to because I look forward to every match they're in, and then I realised who they was against. It is the Steiner brothers with Ted DiBiase. I've missed that because he was in the NWO. Against the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash for the titles. The Outsiders are the champions. The Steiner brothers get it's not their hometown, is it? But they get the fireworks, they get the big entrance, they get everything. I say they get the fireworks. It was very AEW fireworks, wasn't it? Not WWE fireworks, not Tyson Fury fireworks.
One fucking Luger fireworks ever, was it? That's for sure.
And then you realise, they've got to work a match with Kevin Nash. So.
Do you not think they brought a bit better out of them two, though?
A little bit, but he's still the full can't be asked.
I think Scott Steiner looked good in this match. Very good in this match.
But I think there's a bit of when Hardcore Holly wouldn't do something for Brock Lesnar, so he just picked up and did it anyhow. I think there's a bit of that, and Scott Steiner's got that in him. Someone's not going to give him something; he's just going to do it anyhow because who's going to mess with Scott Steiner? But he needs to shave his beard in this match. Either have the long hair with no beard or blonde hair with a beard. Scott Steiner, please.
I think it's a good look.
He looked a bit too much like the Dogface Gremlin for me.
Yeah, I could get him mixed up actually. But the Dogface Gremlin had his hat on, didn't he? So
Yeah, but when you just quickly catch it,
yeah,
get rid of the beard, and it'd have been fine. But
die blonde.
It went 15 minutes. It's the second longest match on the card. Felt like they give it a big deal, but
they did. I really liked how they were treating the tag team titles like a world title.
As they should. It's the best team.
Yeah, that's what they kept. But they kept saying it like, "Oh, it's one of the world championships on."
Yeah,
like
the two biggest titles he said or something, didn't they?
Yeah, you don't often hear. I know that you should do, but no one really equates tag team like championships with the world championships. That was pretty good. They made it feel like a bigger deal than most tag matches are.
It's got the NWO in it, so it ends in a schmoz. It's like it's not even really a non-finish, is it? They do the finish, don't they, from the top rope on Scott Hall, and then Kevin Nash pulls out Nick Patrick while he's doing the 3 count. He rings the bell. They think they've won. When Nick Patrick is holding their hands up like they've won, well, they have won.
Well, he did win, yeah.
Nick Patrick's holding their hands up. Ted DiBiase comes in with the belts, which look really tiny.
And also, he didn't give them to the wrestlers. He held the belt up himself.
$1 million man.
Yeah.
And then Nick Patrick takes the belts off of him and says, "No, mate, it was DQ."
Long-term booking.
Yeah.
Planting the seeds for Neil Patrick's heel turn.
He's already turned heel, hasn't he?
Yeah, but then they were like, "Oh, he's all right, isn't
he?" He just messed up all the matches for a year. And now he's
like he missed that part.
There's one man you can count on in WCW. Randy Anderson.
Randy Pearson. Sorry.
We'll get to Buffett next.
Oh, we will.
Because if you ever need a thumbnail, I think you know what it is. I guess I sort of agree with Aaron. The Steiners made Nash and Hall look slightly better, but they're still Nash and Hall. Lazy. You're
watching Scott Steiner now. Are you starting to think, this guy looks like he could be world champ? Because I am.
And you can tell he's going to be the breakout star.
I think it's disappointing Scott Steiner's in WCW.
Do you think he'd do more in WF? Because I can't see it.
I think he was I was going to say he's a victim of backstage politics, but the Steiners were very good politicians themselves. And I think he's in WCW where no one give a shit.
Yeah,
I think if he was in WWE and he's got The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Undertaker, Kane around him, I think he maybe would have pushed himself more.
See, I think that's why it's a good thing that he wasn't there, because he's not as good as those guys. Like, he was good.
No, I think he could have been.
But he couldn't have been. He wouldn't have been on the same level as like Rock and Austin.
I think he could have been.
I don't think he had the personality. He was a good worker.
Oh, he has got the personality though. Look at
Steinermath.
The greatest promo of all time.
I know, but it's a good promo because it's shit, isn't it? Like,
no, it's a good promo because it's the greatest promo.
You have a degree in maths. Was his maths wrong?
No, apparently he was right. There is someone. I found a Reddit thread where someone actually did the full math. That was my favorite one on the Spotify playlist of the full promo. It's great. Where it's just song titles that list out the full promo every playing one by one.
I think if he'd have been pushed, or if he'd have had to work harder, I think he could have been a lot better.
I think he'd do really well in nowadays WWE. But I think in 97, 98, he wouldn't. I just don't think he would have. I don't think he was on that level.
I think he only had a shit time was it like 2003 when he went across?
He's injured though, wasn't he?
Because Triple H fucking buried him.
Yeah, and he's an ex-WCW guy. Like, no one.
Didn't he ever?
I can't think of any WCW guy who went across. Booker T maybe, but even that took him like 6 years, didn't it?
He had a foot infection, didn't he? When he wrestled Triple H.
Yeah.
He was
one of the worst matches of all time.
Yeah, he was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he could lift his left foot properly or something like that.
Yeah. But even Goldberg's version was terrible, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
What, anybody? Rey Mysterio? Is Rey Mysterio the best? Jericho? But then it took Jericho 2 years.
Yeah, probably Rey Mysterio, to be honest. Yeah.
I can't think of
Jericho quickly established himself as a WWE guy, didn't he? That's what Rey Mysterio did, really.
Yeah.
Because they weren't main eventers. There was no main eventers, I think, that went across. And Booker's probably the only person who's got anywhere close.
Hogan, but then
other than the guys that were there anyway. Yeah.
Oh, earlier on there, Flair did win the title, didn't he? But he was second fiddle to Hogan, wasn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean Steiner was good, but I don't know. Nowadays, I think you'd kill to have someone like Scott Steiner.
Oh yeah, well
He'd do really well.
Look at Braun.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be huge, and I think he's got the best of both Scott and the Dogface Gremlin. I think he's got the best of both. I think he's gonna be absolutely huge.
He should.
I think give it 4 or 5 years, and no one will be talking about Roman Reigns. I think everyone's going to be talking about Braun Breaker. If that's what I think he'll go to Steiner at that point. Though
you could be the guy. You could be the guy to do it.
I think he could be.
Yeah.
People are saying now that they don't think Cody's the guy, but
yeah.
They need to pull the. Well, I think it's all going to depend if they get The Rock for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And from there, they'll make the decision. I think either way, he is going to drop a title at WrestleMania, whether it's to The Rock or whether it's to someone like Cody.
Yeah, I think it'll be Cody if The Rock's not there. If The Rock is there, then you do Braun Breaker at SummerSlam.
There's no rush. There's no rush for Braun Breaker year after. Put him on the main roster. Let him do a Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
I think
people.
I think he's still got quite a bit to learn. I think keep him in NXT for another year. Personally.
Yeah, you don't want to go up too soon, have you?
You could have him debut right after Mania.
And go,
so he's got another 6 months. Have a year on the main roster.
Yeah.
Then let him win it at Mania.
You think though, where's he going to fit in? Because you think Gunther after WrestleMania, I think he's going to be main title picture.
Yeah, they need to split the belts somehow, don't they?
Yeah, they need to.
Because Cody's story is specifically he wants the WWE Championship because his dad never had it. So I don't want to be pissed off the Universal Championship anyway, does he?
Yeah.
No, there you go. There you booked it there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, back to WCW then. What do we actually think of this match?
I thought it was all right. As far as an outsiders match goes in WCW, I think it's one of the better ones.
Yeah. And the crowd were into it, weren't they, at this point? The crowd were... Yeah. I feel at this point you only had the hardcore wrestling fans left, or the people who actually like wrestling.
One of the lights, it got dark, so it looks better. Yeah. So I think people actually have heard of these people.
Yeah.
And the Steiners came out of bites and all that, didn't they? And
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what they're into.
It's a bit weird that Ted DiBiase was there. I'd say.
Well, he's turned his back on NWO now.
Yeah, I guess he had to do something at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, because Bischoff's the new guy, the new spokesperson for NWO. What did Meltzer? I imagine Meltzer's not give this anywhere else.
He'll have hated it because Kevin Nash is in it.
Yeah, it's not. It's not over 2 stars. This is it from Meltzer.
1 3/4.
I think that is harsh. I'm 2.5. 2.5 stars, bang in the middle. Like I say, I think Scott Steiner. The Steiners together looks a lot stronger than the finish was a bit shitty. But long-term storytelling.
Yeah, I guess. I hate DQ finishes like that. Where the ref's technically right, but if you could have done another slap on the way out, couldn't you? Do you know what I mean? That's what I'd have done. Wasn't it, Patrick? Right, moving on then. Well, no, before we get to the main event, Buffer comes out, and we thought they'd done Mean Gene, the commentary team day. This can't be Buffer's choice to wear that hat.
I mean, it is the greatest wrestling moment of all time.
Was it Kangol? Does that make it better? I think it does.
Maybe back in the day. It was a fancy had his trademark suit on. It was like he was walking out. And someone was, oh my god, you don't like a biker. You don't like a biker. I don't know what to do here. Just stuck a hat on him. Oh, he was just walking out. Someone just put it on for a laugh. They didn't notice. Because he didn't look like it was on properly.
He's just on his booth on.
Yeah. He was just hanging off on it. Like just yeah. It was a choice. So I'll say that much. It was a choice.
That's your thumbnail.
Yeah, we managed to get back to doing a thumbnail today. It's been like a year, well, half a year at least.
Even if you don't do a thumbnail, can you at least superimpose Terry Peters' face underneath that or something?
Yeah, we'll do so. We'll get
Put that on, please.
Yeah.
Right. There's another buffet. The main event then. So Lex Luger has won the title on Nitro.
I know if I put Peter's face on there, it looked like the guy from Mythbusters Eye. So
Yeah, it will.
I don't know if we can do that. I'd tear if it says. Yeah, we'll think about it.
So yeah, Luger won the WCW World Heavyweight title on Nitro. He beat Hogan. This is Hogan's rematch. This was the longest match on the card. Felt like the longest match. I always get worried when it's the main event and there's still half an hour left. You think, what are they going to do? They had a mediocre match. Is that fair to say?
Anything including Lex Luger is going to be a terrible match.
Yeah, it wasn't really, was it? Hogan does his NWO spots. He chokes him. He does all that kind of stuff. Rest old city. And then the NWO come out, basically. Hogan didn't come out with his minions, did he? I can't remember.
No, he came out his own.
Came out on his own, didn't he?
I know, like, what's it with his mustache? It wasn't like a full-on handlebar, was it? Just like a regular mustache?
Yeah, his mustache was crooked.
Filming stuff in between, I'd imagine.
You'd think, though, the Sturgis motorbike, like, good handlebar there, but the place to do it.
Yeah. I
thought he had no mustache at first, and then later on I was like,
Whoa, that is the worst fate that can happen to a man that gets his mustache shaved off.
Yeah. Then I was like, oh no, he has a bit of a mustache, but not a lot.
Yeah. So the NWO run out. Who's there? The main one's fake Sting, isn't it? I think Scott Norton's there. Bagwell's there.
Just all the NWO geeks, basically.
Yeah, and the Outsiders there as well. I think Nash is there.
Yeah.
Luger starts getting a bit of the upper hand. He signals for the rack, which is a bit daft because the ring's literally surrounded by it, and he's just posing. He tries to. He goes for like a clothesline, fake Sting that they're still pretending is the real Sting, even though that has to be a wig. That is all. That's up there with the worst headgear with Michael with Buffer.
Yeah.
He hits him with a bat, and then Hogan pins him. I mean, it hits him with the bat. I don't know what that bat's made out of because Luger was down for about 10 years.
Solid steel bat or aluminium bat in it. Like,
yeah, it must have been full of lead or something. Yeah. How about that? Someone shot Luger. Hogan wins, gets the new belt. Gets the belt back. And now apparently they were supposed to do. There's loads of shenanigans afterwards, isn't there, when they leave? They're supposed to do that in the ring, spray paint the belt and that, but the crowd started throwing rocks. So that's why they had to leave. So it wasn't just trash. They were throwing rocks, so they left. And then Steiners come back out, help Luger to the back. And then Dennis Rodman hits NWO on the belt. But Conan's holding. Why is Conan holding?
I don't understand why Conan's this big in the NWO at this point.
Why is Conan right in the middle with the belt on him? Like he's won the title.
Yeah.
Was this just more of dross from main event WCW?
Long-term storytelling again, though, isn't it? Because you're still kind of throwing out there that Sting's a member of the NWO and it's turning his back on WCW. This just solidifies that theory even more. So at this point, the audience and the fans are thinking, "Fucking hell, Sting's turned on WCW."
Yeah. Yeah, and I suppose when he left,
all the rednecks are fuming.
he had a falling out with Luger when he left, didn't he? That was why.
Yeah, that was last year. Wasn't it? That was our highest rated episode ever. For World 96. Yeah.
So I guess long term story. I know it's long term storytelling, but just the in-ring product's just terrible.
But it doesn't need to be anything else, is it, at this point? Like, I don't think at this point nobody cared about like the in-ring other than like Meltzer and that.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas like now you expect a good match, like it's a requirement, right, to have a good match in the main event. But I just won back in the day, no one cared.
I don't expect a good match.
Yeah. I know, but what we see as a good match now is like we need a bit more action, don't we? In that.
Yeah, okay.
I think the folks back in the day just weren't asked, just didn't register.
Well, obviously not the tuning in. That
Once you got over your personality, that was it. You could stop wrestling. Basically, it's not these days.
Do you think Hogan's one of the best storytellers in the business?
Yeah, Hogan doesn't get enough credit. I know he's a terrible person, but even his actual work doesn't get enough credit.
I mean, like his character. This is by far the best character of Hogan.
Oh yeah, I think as much as I love '95 Hogan, he's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but it's good. But is it not getting a bit samey? A bit. You watch a WCW pay-per-view and it's like Hogan must pose or Stone Cold must stun. It's NWO must all be in the ring, spray painting something. Is it not getting a bit much now?
I don't know. I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, I think you gotta have these long-term heels because the payoff's worth it, isn't it? Well, it should have been. It didn't completely fuck up the ending. Like the payoff should have been worth it. But it breaks my heart though when you look at this and like, what was it? Luger got the belt for 5 days.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do this with Drew McIntyre. Same deal. Wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Forgetting about the rain, don't you?
If anything, now because he kept I love the way the commentators just like so pissed off when Hogan wins now. Now like fucking hell, we could have had him like that. Like we nearly got rid of him. That was nearly it. He was nearly done, but now he's got a bloody title back again. And it's like, oh yeah, you had your happy ending on Monday, didn't you? Because you got to think why when you're watching the pay-per-views.
Yeah, we're not watching. And Bischoff said that he cared more about the weekly shows because they were a television program, not a wrestling company.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just WCW, isn't it? Maybe it's just because we're watching it, we know where it's going. You just get a bit. It's more every WCW pay-per-view we've watched recently. I haven't watched Bash of the Beach. I imagine it's very similar. The last 10 minutes is the NWO in the ring. That doesn't need to be on the.
But I suppose if you were watching it with the context of like, we just watched Nitro 100, Luger wins, then he's got his rematch, and you might think, oh, he's going to bump off Hogan here. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't have been as predictable as it was for us watching it.
No, I mean, it's not even the results. It's the fact that NWO, the last 10 minutes of every pay-per-view doesn't need to be there. Yeah.
No, I found the post-game show a bit weird, to be honest.
Just do that. Do that off. Do it, but cut the feed.
But I guess it's like real sports, isn't it? I guess it's the way I would say it.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do we think? What are the star ratings for this? For this match?
Meltzer's worst match of the night.
Half a star.
Half a star.
1 star. It is the worst match of the night. It is the worst match of the night. Stunt held that Luger's in it. He's just fucking. He's got no redeeming qualities.
I know, but people loved him, didn't they? Was it World War III where they thought he was going to win?
He's got no personality. You're saying that he's a world champion. He's got no personality.
Yeah,
he's got the look. That's probably the only redeeming factor about him. He can't wrestle. He's got no personality.
That was it. I think it's because he looked the part. Yeah.
But if he was in the industry today, he would be working in the Indies if he's lucky.
It's Chris Masters, isn't it?
Oh yeah. He doesn't fit this style of wrestling at all now. But again, like people at the time were just body guys, weren't they? Really?
Yeah.
Didn't really matter. There's more aspirational, whereas now fans want wrestlers who look like them a bit more. Because I think back in the day they were all about like the kind of superhero types.
Yeah, I suppose.
Big meaty men slopping meat.
Yeah, you kind of you look at him as if I could never do that. Whereas now people want, especially the hardcore fans,
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, they want wrestlers to look like him, don't they? They want to imagine that they could do it. I think. Yeah, just a different mindset.
I know we're a wrestling podcast, but the majority of wrestling fans don't look like the wrestlers now.
No, but I mean, it's like I won't disrespect, but like there's. All right, like an Eddie Kingston or Kevin Owens type. You know what I mean? They don't.
Even they're in a better shape than that.
Yeah, they're in good shape, but you could see them fellas like down your local gym, wouldn't you? And you'd be like, all right, you know what I mean? Like you fit and you're in shape, but I could do that.
See him
No
in the
one.
books there.
There's not. You go down to your gym. There's not many people like Lex Luger, is there?
No, that's true. Because the old
Yeah, there might be a what's his name?
enhancement needed.
Yeah.
Right, that's been the continuation of the NWO. What are we feeling now? So we've done the NWO for essentially a year.
Over a year.
This was the first. This 96 was the first NWO pay-per-view on it because Bash the Beach there wasn't a thing yet. It became a thing. So this is like we said, this is a year, isn't it? Where are we with the story? How are we feeling about it? We know where it ends, obviously, but
yeah, you can sort of see it going off the rails now. It's getting a bit big now, isn't it? Like I could do about the Geek Squad. Do you know what I mean?
The amount of people involved in the NWO, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fucking hell. Do you know what's the point of having like Scott Norton, Conan, and people like that in Buff Bagwell? Like,
especially because they don't even win.
I feel like a stable needs like 5 people max. Then you
Yeah. Well, that's where the NWO kind of failed, wasn't it?
Yeah, so you can start seeing it fall apart from that angle, I think.
Yeah, because if you
and also, I guess we're missing a lot of the TV stuff, but the Sting stuff's just really confusing now, isn't it? I thought at this point Sting would have a bit more of a presence, like the actual Sting.
Well, I think he was injured still at this point.
Yeah. But I thought he might be I suppose he couldn't be in the crowd on this one. Imagine him just walking up. But imagine that. He walks up, like, comes over those hills in the background on a big bike.
Yeah, to be fair.
Class, wasn't it?
You can't be in the rafters. There's no rafters, is there?
They zoom out to the Black Hills. Like, oh my God, what's that coming over the hill? Is you can Sting on some sort of like custom car chopper. Been amazing.
You're asking a bit too much there.
Just parks on top of the hill. Fire comes out his exhaust. It's just like, yes, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. There's plenty of room for him to drive through the crowd because there's no one there.
That is true, yeah. Right then, Max out of 10 then for the pay-per-view. How are we feeling about
it? 5. Sorry. Well.
Yeah, I agree with Lew. Bang in the middle.
Yeah.
5.
I'm going to agree as well.
Yeah, I think it was. It wasn't great, but it also wasn't terrible.
No,
but that's sometimes the worst type of show.
Yeah, but I think it is. I think it's.
Yeah.
You're never going to rewatch this show because it was meh. It wasn't like, oh my God, you need to see that. It was amazing. Or it wasn't Halloween 1995, was it?
Yeah. Legendary.
Oh my
show.
God, you need to watch this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. 6.5, wasn't it? Terry Peters.
Yeah.
Terry Peters 6.5. Right. That's been WCW Road Wild. The next one is Fall Brawl and War Games, which you told me not to get excited about.
Oh,
I'm going to do it anyway.
It's got Conan and Mongo in the main event, and it's
yes.
So well, I don't know why. I don't know what your beef with Mongo is. Yeah, I'm just looking at the card now. There's a Jeff Jarvis Dean Blanker like that. It's going to be horrendous. But Raph and Mortis are back.
Yes, so, spooky dudes.
Spooky dudes are back. Yeah, I mean, it should be all right. There's no Hogan, is there? That would have been Hogan in War Games has been good, wouldn't it?
It's filming, eh?
But Larry Zbyszko makes a return to the commentary team, so got stuff to look forward to there. And going off Wikipedia, there's no Big Dust.
Oh my God!
No, okay. It hasn't. So, my timings might be really wrong here, but in between now and the next pay-per-view, does Dust not turn heel?
Is this where it happens?
Into the NWO.
Has he joined it?
It comes off commentary for that period of time.
I mean, that was necessary. That was a necessary action that they're taking.
What is your problem?
It's just not very good, is he? Our commentary.
Let's find out exactly when he joins.
Yeah. A legend of the business for us. I will not deny that, but a commentator, absolutely not. A bit like Booker T, basically. Just commentary is just not his place. Just it needs to stop.
Oh no, ignore me. My timing is
it's the year after.
Yeah. Oh my God! See, this is what.
So there's just no dust. There's just no Big Dust. Right, Aaron, where can we find you?
On Twitter when I feel like retweeting stuff. Frankenstein 91.
Returning soon at Rest Around, twitch.tv/Rest Around for the big match of Mongo versus Scoop L.
Yeah, at some point when I'm not feeling so tired.
In a cage.
Is that what we're doing in a cage?
Yeah, because otherwise Lou will realise he can't bear down. And try and leave.
Good God.
Yeah, Lou, is this your last show?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Where can we find you, Lou? Tonight. Tonight.
Yeah,
This goes
tonight.
on Wednesday.
Hopefully, if it goes out on time. Twitch.tv/restaurant for Clash of the Andrew Castle.
If it's not on Wednesday, then it'll be on demand, though. It'll be video on demand, so go back and watch it.
Mm-hmm. Sure, it'll be good.
You can find us all on at Wrestling Around, we're everywhere. Terry Peters may be back next week, however, he has just got off holiday.
Yeah, where is he?
He's been on holiday.
Yeah.
Tired, mate.
I'm going to read out his exact tweet. Just so people know what we have to deal with. It was he's shattered because he only got back from Barcelona, and this is the bit that annoyed me. This after.
He's down with the kids, isn't he?
So he was that tired.
Couldn't even write afternoon.
He couldn't write afternoon, yeah.
Do you know, like...
He could have wrote today.
Yeah.
Shorter than it all.
Yeah, but you know, like when old people like text, like my grandma's the same. Like she'll shorten words, like to try and be down with the kids, and obviously because she's not very good at texting, so it's just like, yeah, that'll do. I think that's what Terry Peters does. You know, he's of that age. He's about 77, isn't he? Just trying to be down with the kids.
He's going to start actually putting a number 2 into it instead of
to be fair, he was probably so shattered he'd forgotten how to spell and just thought, I need to sleep, and just sent it.
Yeah, that's true. He probably tucked up in bed right now.
100% he's in bed right now.
There we go. Right then. That's the end of the show. I'm rubbish at wrapping up these days.
Yeah. These days. That implies that one.
Always be rubbish at wrapping up.
You were good at wrapping up.
Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Lou, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Bob Rue, thanks for your extended role today.
Glorious.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, and join us next week for another episode of Wrestling Around.